Tommy Angelo is a wee misunderstood Mafia artist. He heads out on his first collection run with the lads. I struggle to open the door because it's me. Imagine me in the Mafia. Kidding on, it was actually Tommy struggling to open the door, obviously. I get a gun from this lovely person. I have a wee joke with him. Like, follow, subscribe or whatever if you think I should kill him. Kidding on. I'm shown how to pick a car lock. What kind of car do you drive, Ralph mate, and where is it? We get the cash from the bakers. I get some back chat. My mum doesn't even talk to me like that. You know, people have feelings. We head to the countryside for another collection. Look at that scenery. Does it not make you appreciate the finer things in life, lads? It goes horribly wrong. I need to rescue and get our money, as the lads are in a bit of trouble. I need to sneak in quietly, but I almost shoot my own face off and alert the guards. How did I miss him? I managed to kill that wee silly sausage that I missed at the end of the last video and go guns blazing through the hotel. I walk in like, give me the money, you bunch of absolute pies, and get wasted worse than my weekend binges. In fact, I just realised that never happened. I walk in guns blazing and help wee Sam. Have a glass of cement and harden up, mate. They make a run for it and drive off, but I have experience in taxi driving, so I catch and kill them. I'll be taking that money back, champ, when he's a 10, but he's dead. The next day I go to the toilet, but the toilet's out of order. They laugh at me. I've got a weak bladder, boys, it's no funny. If you want to lift yourself up, lift up someone else. An illegal boozy lunch, lads, keeping it classy. I'm asked to go chat with the Don. We take turns of doing well in life, but I'm still waiting for my turn. He's a really great guy. I've been asked to take a race car for a guy to have a look at it and then return it. I don't know why though. That's impressive how you opened that door there. Wee Sacks. He's like, what? I'm like, nothing. Wow, this is nice. Bloody hell, this thing's fast. I can't control myself. What is happening here? I don't have a clue what I'm doing. I spot someone standing on the bridge. I do everything I can to see if they're okay. We get the car fixed and return it. It turns out the Don had put a lot of money on a specific driver to win the race and got me to mess about with this other driver's supposedly 10 times faster race car. I feel terrible. It turns out the racer the Don has bet on has had his legs broken by some guys, and it's up to me now to race for him. It's all up to me. But Tommy struggles with race fright. Tommy overcomes his race fright and rushes ahead after snorting some powdered milk and begins causing chaos. He wins the race, passes everyone with ease, but Tommy couldn't stop. It's like he had a disease. He crashed into another and a sister and a brother. Don Salieri thanks me for making everyone lots of money. Thanks Dad, I love you. I mean Don. Some woman looks at me which gets my attention. She spoke to me, which means she wants to get married and settle down with 5 screaming faced little kids and have a happily married life. So I ask her out, would you like to go have some toast with me sometime? She says, another time. I'm the winner of this race, but nobody wants me or my pathetic little autograph. What will the future hold for Tommy Angelo? Sweet wee Tommy Angelo, who snorts powdered milk? Instead of being able to celebrate my victory with alcohol poisoning, I'm told to go get Polly because he's steaming drunk. I say I'll take him to a great bar because I heard that's the best way to sober someone up. I'm a responsible friend. He's like, here way, chips, cheese and doner. We're on it till the morra. I get chased by the police on the way there. I lied and took him home. The next day I'm asked to take Luigi's daughter home and oh my god, look. It's wee wifey material from the races. She's supposedly getting a hard time by some thugs when she walks home at night, but I'll sort that out. I walk behind her as I'm getting a bit scared myself. We come across the thugs and Tommy's like, you never said that there was this many. I'm sorry, I can't deal with this.
Kind of dish, ain't ya?
Get away from me! You're bad, Tommy!
Tommy has a change of heart and runs back to help Sarah. Don't mess with the best. Tommy spoke too soon. Bunch of wee silly sausages.
I'm invited back inside Sarah's house because she's a classy lassie who is turned on by violence. The kind of lassie who can hold one nostril and blow gunk out the other while standing in a public place. Do you have a toaster, Sarah, mate? We fall asleep and all I can think of is eating toast off her nice plates because they look expensive. The Don is not a happy chappy with these wee wannabe gangsters. We need to teach these smelly wee rats a lesson on how to treat women. Want to play pool? Do you want a game of pool? Why won't they play pool with me? I'm given some baseball bats from Vinny because we don't want to go guns blazing, we just want to bash their brains in a wee bit. In fact, Vinny, want a quick game of pool? He's like, get out. Sick. Like, share, follow or subscribe if you think I should wallop wee Vinny over the head with a bat. Kidding on, Vinny, you're some boy. We head to Chinatown and Big Biff tells us where the thugs are hanging about. Big Biff is a top G, as in top grass. Cheers, Biff. Doing a good job there, pal, brushing that floor. So we turn up and set about these wee guys. Oh, what you doing, wee man? We continue to hunt these wee rascals. I don't think that's working, mate. Oh wait, never realised these ladders. Tommy's such a wee silly Susie at times. I shoot some poor guy's Johnson off. Interesting. They drive away and we steal someone's car. Tommy's like, got a smoke, mate? And Polly's like, we don't have time, you moron, catch them. Remember, Tommy has experience in taxi driving, so he has the patience of a taxi driver and we therefore catch these bums. It looks like they tried to squeeze a quick nap in. Stupid mistake. Tommy hesitates to kill the wee guy, so Polly decides to delete him from life. Tommy is overly emotional for some reason. I mean, it's not like he killed all those other people before this. He just wounded them. Polly takes a pack of smokes from Mr. Dead Guy and Tommy's like, can I get one? And Polly's like, sorry, it was the last one, and hits Tommy with the empty packet as a wee joke. Tommy's fuming. If you think Tommy's angry, you should see the state of the Don. He's absolutely raging. It turns out we killed a city councillor. Oops. But he was a rapist anyway. Yay! But then it turns out the guy who crashed survived and could be a witness and get us done. Boo! So Sam has to go kill him. Yay! What better place to do it than at wee rapey face's funeral? Whilst he's doing that, we have to set up a distraction. Turns out the owner of a brothel that the family has been doing business with for years has started doing business with a guy Morello instead. So now Tommy has to go remind them of their obligations and blow the place up. The Don's like, Tommy, are you listening to me? And Tommy's like, sorry, what was that? I zoned out there. I got a nicky buzz from this smoke. He's like, I want you to also kill this woman called Michelle because she's passing on information to Morello about us, the wee boot. Right, now go and get that bomb sorted. Right, sound mate. I head to Vinny's. Can I have a smoke off you? He's like, it's my last one, sorry. I collect a bomb. Like, share, follow or subscribe if you want me to blow up Vinny for a laugh. Kidding on, Vindo. Tommy runs to the wrong side of the car. Turns out Sam doesn't want to kill this Michelle character because they go way back. I slip and fall out the car. Sorry Sam, it won't happen again. What is wrong with you, Tommy? I drop Sam off at the church and we wish each other the best of luck. I shout to Sam, what's handsome, and drives away. He's like, don't know. I arrive at a gentleman's club. Have you got a smoke? I don't, sorry. That was so embarrassing. I hear this couple talking and I walk over like, no you didn't, to the guy and he gets wide, so I smack his mouth. I could really do with a smoke, please, please. I know I look the absolute business, but I'm underpaid, please. Right, go and choke on a stiletto. Time to blow this place up. Ah, Tommy Angelo, the kind of guy who identifies as a cabbage. The kind of guy who eats Colgate frozen chips and Gillette fish fingers. Tommy has to track down and save Michelle and blow this brothel up. What's happening, barkeep? You wouldn't know a Michelle by any chance, would you? Do you at least know anywhere that sells Crocs? I think they'd go well with this suit. Tommy decides to buy a couple more than a few drinks. Tommy starts getting a bit steaming. I laugh in the face of danger. I let them know that I'm a bit of a head case and start coughing on them. see a happy couple dancing and do what every drunk person should do in this scenario. Go over and start talking to them. What's happening? Some random woman asks if I want anything. Anything at all. No, I'm okay, thanks, but that was really nice of her. It then dawns on Tommy that he just killed her lady boner. I elbow a guy right on his coupon by mistake, thinking I was going to interact with him because Tommy was drunk. Tommy was drunk. It was Tommy who done it. I get shot deader than dead. In fact, wait, that never happened. Look at these possessed faces. What are they putting in the drinks here? So I hear someone mention Morello and the Corleone family. I'm asked if I'm with the Morello party. I panic. Tommy's like, listen lads, I just need a wee pee-pee. Tommy really needs to shave his pubes. Every time he looks down at the toilet pan, it's like Chewbacca's just took a razor to his face. I'm looking for this Michelle character so I can warn her to get to. I'm shouting, Michelle! Michelle! Nobody is helping me. I'm trying not to blow my cover. It takes me a while to find her because Tommy, as in not me, is an idiot. This wee woman seems to know where she is, but look. She inappropriately touched me there. I feel violated. So I punch her into a bloody sleep. I put her on the bed to make it look like she's fed up being undervalued and underpaid, and so decided to take some pills and get a nice rest. I get some help because I'm terrible at games. Oh Michelle, come out, wherever you're not. I find Michelle and tell her to bolt out the country. Tommy hears people having sex, or at least he thinks he does, so he stands and listens for a while longer just to make sure. This lucky guy's exploding before this dynamite I've got does. I go down and meet the manager. He's like, you've got no business being here, and I'm like, I know man, I'm not even fae here. I actually do have business being here mate, but you stole that off us you mad crackpots. I shoot the manager. I managed to kill loads of these bams, but the whole time I'm struggling to find health. And to make things worse, I'm almost dead. I run over like a desperate wee banana and pistol whip this guy and take his ammo. I find a shotgun. Yes! I shoot someone's Johnson off. This part was another nightmare as I was on my last legs throughout most of it. Look at that health man. And look at this filth. I shoot his wee peni off. I'm like, what the hell was that thing? Is that an alien? I reassure her that he'll be okay in the morning. She's terrified. That's so cute. I drop his body so it looks like he fell down the stairs and his penis fell off. Whenever you kill somebody in life, always throw the body down the stairs. You know who said that? The Buddha. Do you know why he said that? Because that's what realistic progression looks like. Still with no health, I find my way through this nightmare. Like, share, follow or subscribe if I should kill this happy clown. I'm killing him anyway.
Sorry.
I get to the manager's office and take the money and documents, then plant the bomb. Tommy makes a run for it. He climbs through the window and instead of jumping to the other building, the bomb does it for him. I run away from the police on the roof and escape through the church. I end up at wee Rapey Face's funeral. What a coincidence. I get noticed and they panic. I shoot another guy's Johnson off. I mess up and I'm about to be killed. Sam saves me in time and the priest is like, what son? We tell the priest to lie for us and he's like, no problem, I'll lie for you by not saying anything because I'm a man of the Lord. We escape the police and get back to Salieri's. What a day man, what a day. They tell you to live life like it's your last day on earth. So I do that. I pull out my Tommy gun and shoot as many people as I can. Tommy Angelo, the kind of guy who sees opportunity where others realise there is none. The kind of guy who instead of carrying bags under his eyes, it's luggage. Poor wee exhausted Tommy boy. Tommy had a bad start to the day because he was in the toilet doing a poop. He pulled his trousers down and then sat down to let it loose, but he forgot to pull his underwear down and jobbied all over himself and then heard his name being called in an emergency and had no time to change. Frank's like, this car is stinking. Tommy doesn't know where to look. He's absolutely mortified. Frank starts comparing Tommy to a loyal dog he once had that was attracting too much attention. Frank basically admits that Tommy is the Don's favourite as he has a good head on his shoulders, unlike Polly and Sam. But just to be careful and not to get too ahead of himself when it comes to spending money because the family's being watched closely by the police. Tommy leans over and is like, is this the wrong time to tell you that I've just jobbied myself? Frank's like, get out. Tommy's like, have you got a loan of some money to buy some cheese strings? Tommy's a humble guy, so he takes what Frank said very maturely. Hi Luigi, the Don thinks I'm the best. Just saying, the Don said I'm his favourite boys. I have to go and help Polly and Sam secure a shipment of booze from Canada, so I get a car off Ralph. Tommy starts getting nervous. I don't know if I can do this. I crashed the car Ralph gave me because I can't be trusted with anything at any time. I hear on the radio that there was a car crash due to the bad weather and that it's advised that everyone should stay inside to avoid any further collisions, but Tommy has experience due to being an excellent taxi driver, so he'll be fine. I have to stay with another car and Tommy has a mental breakdown because of how slow it's going, so decides to get out, screams, "What's the point in life anymore?" and kills some guy.
Now!
The police turn up and gun me down.
Move on! Get them!
In fact, wait, that never happened. I meet Polly at Salieri's warehouse. He's acting a bit strange.
Hey!
Tommy's like, I just want to be home with my wee bae Sarah, sipping on some hot choco, with my housecoat on and my feet dipped in a basin of hot water. So can we make this quick? Please, Polly. We get there and it's a no-show. Something's no right. The thunder scares Tommy. He runs like absolute He tans some beer so it will calm him down. Tommy's officially pissed. Oh my god, look at this wee mouse. Poor wee thing. I see a guy taking a nap in the truck. Wait a minute. He's not taking a nap. He's dead. A shootout takes place. Tommy's like, don't know if you know this, but I'm off my nut. For a laugh, I put one of them on top of the other. I think one of them is still alive and their body has went into shock mode. Too funny. Necrophilia at its finest. It turns out these people were plainclothed coppers that most likely live in Morello's pocket. That Morello is such a wee rascal. I come across Polly.
Me time!
Look how cool all of the lads look walking in the rain. We need to find Sam. I get in Polly's way. Sorry, I'm absolutely hammered, Poldo. Lay off that drink, Tommy, and you smell like I'm the Don's favourite. Polly's like, what? Tommy's like, nothing, mate. We come across some dead bodies and we check to see if Sam's one of them. Sorry, I can see 6 bodies here. I'm drunk, sorry. We continue the hunt. Want to hear a funny joke? He's like, you're not coming out with us again if you're drunk. Right, whatever. I nearly blow myself up and shoot one of the lads. For God's sake, Tommy, man. I get a Tommy gun. A Tommy gun? Ah, top banter. Sam's been shot. Poor baby. Brilliant, now more police are here. We kill these coppers and our truck arrives. Tommy's like, I'm too steaming for this. They start chasing us but ultimately get destroyed. We go and wake up the doctor. Tommy is patched and decides to drive to Sarah's as drunk as a skunk.
On the topic of the National Recovery Administration. This is part of our inauguration.
She's like, you're late, and he's like, what are you, my boss? I'll do what I want, when I want. I was only out with the boys having some crumpets. If you don't like it, then there's the door. And she's like, this is my house. Then she feels bad and he's like, marry me, and she's like, okay. He actually did ask her to marry him. I'm not even kidding on about that part. Then Tommy's like that. Do you know anyone who does drop-offs? Tommy Angelo, a conversationalist, a great, wise man, a hero, an absolute trooper, and of course, a fine gentleman. Hi Tommy, off. It's 2 months after the booze shipment, which went sideways. Tommy has been asked to meet with the Don. Tommy's got the fear because he got absolutely steaming the night before with the lads. The Don's like, Tommy, do you remember what you did last night? You were jumping naked all over somebody's taxi saying that you were the best taxi driver Lost Heaven's ever seen, whilst rubbing Heinz beans all over yourself. I don't even know where you got the tin of beans from. Tommy's like, just put me out my misery, Don. The Don's like, the main reason I brought you here is because it turns out we have a grass, a rat, a mole, a wee snake in the grass, a dirty wee stinking So somebody stole the family books and secret videos that contain the Don's younger years of masturbation in public with grannies and granddads throwing money at him. Oh my god, somebody call an ambulance! Tommy realises it must be Frank. Frank's broken the omerta, the code of silence. What a wee idiot. If Frank gives those books and videos away, we are screwed. Turns out the Don killed Frank's dog a while back. I'm on Frank's side here actually, no wonder he's doing it. Revenge is a dish best served covered in vomit. Don't with dogs. Don't with any animal. Tommy shows the Don a wee picture he drew of the both of them. So I was thinking, do you have a wee loan for some smokes and cheese strings, Don? I get a sawed-off shotgun. You think you're cool, mate? You're pathetic. I drive to Biff's pawn shop. Honk if you're horny, mate.
A violent thunderstorm.
I crash into a bin for cinematic effect because Tommy is an absolute rebel. I then walk over and kick it, then balance on top of it, then threaten some poor innocent people as a joke, then scare one particular guy, then chase him, then the police are after me, then oh my god, what's gotten over me? I kill one of the coppers. Tommy's like, it was just a wee joke, man. People take life too seriously. I get brutally taken down. Let me guess, the police is going to get a selfie with me lying dead in the background for his Instagram account. In fact, I've just realised something. That never actually happened. I'm walking through Chinatown and spot a man that's clearly fell asleep while sunbathing. He's going to end up burnt. I do everything I can to try and wake him up. Tommy questions Biff for $40 to see if he's heard anything the Don might want to know about Frank's whereabouts. He tells me to go see Tony or something, I don't know, I can't remember. He said something about Tony being at the pub, and that's a good enough excuse for Tommy. You don't scare me. So I head to get some pints, see Tony for information. Catch you after, Biffy Biff, you mad grass. What's where you're going? What are you going to do about it? When I'm walking away, one of the guys is like, nice fedora. I see something really sad. Whoever painted this needs to get a real job. It's pathetic. Unlike you, pal. You should just get a job in general. I walk in the pub where Tony is and talk to him about Frank, and I can't remember what he was saying because I'm a wee bit pissed. Tommy also had a few earlier, so Tommy is squished as well. He says I have to go to the safe house or something. Alright there, what's happening, wee bollocks? Can I have some skinny chips and stinky dips? And 6 pints of whiskey? What stinky dips would you like, sir? Peanut butter and vinegar and some milk mixed with tomato sauce, please. Tommy needs to stop drinking on the job. A street stripper bangs into Tommy and says sorry, and Tommy's like, it's okay, don't worry about it, but I will have to teach you a wee lesson, just so it doesn't happen again. I didn't mean to knock him out, so I put him on the road so that somebody can see him and help him. Tommy then nearly kills somebody. Then the police come over like, you can't do that, and Tommy's like, oh, can you know? Sorry boys, it won't happen again. I've had a few drinks, they give me a ticket. Tommy drives away like an absolute melt. Sorry boys, I'm steaming. I drive to the safe house. There's wee Frankie boy. I tail him, and it turns out he's heading for the airport. Maybe he's away on a nice wee holiday or something. Like and subscribe if you think Frank deserves a cheeky wee holiday with the lads after what happened to his dog. They say the airport's closed. Tommy's like, okay lads, just gonna go and do a little pee-pee over here. This just doesn't look suspicious at all. Hee hee. I sneak up on them. This shotgun is worthless here, so I get a rifle and kill a few. Turns out Morello got a hold of Frank and promised to spare his life if Frank gave him the books and videos. Cute. Tommy's about to kill him but decides to let him live because Tommy's a nice guy. I'm given a key to the vaults at the Grand Imperial Bank, collect the books and videos, torch wee Franco's house and attend a fake funeral for him, and look, it's some of Morello's guys. Sneaky wee devils paying their respects even though they're responsible for his death. Fake death. What a day, man. What a day. Tommy Angelo, the kind of guy who eats a banana with brown sauce. So we're all sitting about doing gangster stuff at the warehouse, and Polly tells the Don and the lads about a whiskey distiller named William Gates, whose father owns a distillery in Kentucky and exclusively supplies Kentucky whiskey to the Morello family. But Morello ended up battering Gates and selling the whiskey himself, so Gates wants revenge. How does Polly know this? Because he was at a party with Gates and they were both sniffing vitamin B powder and got that overly honest chatty way with each other. Vitamin B powder is often snorted in people's kitchens, unless I've been doing it wrong. So anyway, Gates is bringing a shipment to Lost Heaven with all the lads on board, and Gates figures that staging a heist might result in a good deal. We're gonna turn up and slap Gates about a wee bit and take the whiskey and make it seem as though they were robbed. Gates is some boy. The way he moves that box away from Sam makes it seem as if he's going to sit back down and hit the deck. Imagine that. So the boys seem happy about this wee plan, and the Don's like,
What do you think, Tom?
"Aye, that sounds class, man." Tommy looks at the Don and he's like, "You look kinda hot puffing away on that cigar. Can I get one? I've ran out of money because I spent the rest of it on cheese strings." The Don says, "Why don't you pretend to smoke your next pack of cheese strings? Think of them as cigars, because think about it, they'll last longer and you'll not have the urge to actually smoke. You'll be walking about smartly dressed, cheese string between your fingers and puffing away like an absolute head case, but still, you'll look like absolute business, Tommy boy." Tommy's like, "That's a brilliant idea." Right, so we're on the way to meet these guys at some garage and Tommy's like, "Here, how nice a day is it? It's the kind of day that makes you think of nothing but good times. Did you know that cheese strings were invented in 1976 by Frank Baker?" And the lads are like, "But it's 1933. I almost killed somebody because look, that idiot came out of nowhere and walked right in front of me." We come across some of the boys out working hard trying to make a living. "I take it you's got all the fun jobs, eh lads? It's a shame all this work they're doing for nothing but small change." I decide to wreck what they're doing as a joke. "Sorry boys, you's missed a bit." So whilst I'm driving about politely thinking about how to make other people's lives a misery, I spot this wee shop called Closed. I've never heard of that place before, it must be new. I'll come back later because it looks shut just now. Whilst succulently driving towards the garage, Tommy spots an old friend, gets out the car. "Still doing the cabs, Tommy boy? I stopped at a good while back." "How's the wife?" "I'm in the Mafia now." Tommy's mad pals like that. "Want to go for a pint? Maybe sniff some washing up powder and reminisce?" "Aye, I'll go for a pint." Polly's like, "What are you doing? We've got a job to do, you sausage." And Tommy's like, "Oh aye, I forgot, sorry." That lamppost reminds me of a time where I seen these two old women fighting. One of them was about 93 and the other must have been about, say, 97. So there's me trying to split them up, and before I knew it, they were both attacking me. I was screaming for help and crying. It was a rough day. It was horrible. Right, so anyway, this memory gets me upset, so I knock a guy down on a bike.
They weren't paying attention!
Nah, I done it because it's mandatory in games. You know it, I know it, Tommy knows it, the whole world of gamers know it, and the guy on the bike dreads it. I feel bad now. I wonder if he's alright. I'm sure he's fine. We get to the garage. What's happening, boys? I drive to the top floor, but I'm trying to get there before them, treating it like a wee race. Imagine turning up like this. Pure professionals. They ask Tommy to slow down and park over there, but Tommy doesn't take orders from anybody.
What are you doing?
I fail the mission. In fact, wait, that never actually happened. They tell Tommy to park over there and Tommy's like, okay. We meet this Gates character and let the alcoholic of the group test the whiskey. Tommy ends up tanning the whole bottle and they're like, what are you actually doing, mate? Tommy's like, that's the good stuff. Can I get another bottle? Polly punches Gates to make it look like a robbery, as planned. It's nice of Polly to punch him right on his sore nose. You could have just kicked him in his small wee testicles and slashed his cheek with a razor blade or something, then killed his family or whatever. I don't know. We end up getting ambushed because what would this game be without things going wrong? Gates gets shot. It's just no this guy's day, man. Tommy's like, man up, it's only a bullet wound, and then pretends to shoot him for a laugh. Nah, I'm only kidding on, mate, calm down. I have to escort the truck with the booze back safely, but Tommy's a bit rubbered. car ends up blowing up. And we need to put it out using the sprinklers. I go to turn the sprinklers on and Tommy goes the wrong way and burns to death. In fact, I've just realised something else. That never happened either. I go down and turn the sprinklers on and I see this wee cutie's head poking out. Like, hello. I'm like, hello. I decide to shoot his willy off. Right, how do I turn these on? Right, so where's the sprinklers? They're like, it's right there, Tommy man, come on. Where? There, man. I'm sorry, man, I honestly can't see that. I see it now. Tommy runs back to the truck nervously because he just poo-pooed himself due to pure embarrassment. I get in the way of the truck for a badass moment. Two sex boys, I want to look cool, sophisticatedly walking along with jobbied trousers. We kill the rest of them and a car chase happens on the way back to the warehouse. So it turns out Morello knew about Polly's deal to steal the drink, and that's why they ambushed us. The Don tries some of the hooch, and then goes, "Oft mate, that's heavy banging. What a day man, what a day." Tommy Angelo, the kind of guy who goes on dates with his boss to enjoy nice happy meals. So it's 1935 and Tommy and the Don are off out for the day. The Don's like,
You got a piece on you?
and Tommy's like, does a Mafia member wear a suit? I take it I'm driving then. We go for a wee intelligent drive to Pepe's restaurant to enjoy a nice delicious meal together. It's hard being in the Mafia, always trying to be secretive about things and keeping your head down in order to remain low profile. A taxi driver almost hits us and Tommy starts acting hard in front of the Don. Tommy's shouting, "What wee man? What wee man? Say that to my face. In fact, do you know what? Come here you." We end up getting chased by the police and oh shit, boss, I'm sorry. Sorry about this. The Don gets shot in the neck. I abandoned the Don. In fact, I've just realised something. That never actually happened. We drive to Pepe's restaurant for a wee date, business meeting. On the way there, Tommy stops the car. "There's something I need to do, boss." Tommy sits for a wee moment to meditate and then thinks of better times, when all of a sudden he remembers he's got Funky Town mushrooms in his pocket. Maybe life is fake and the one experiencing it is fake as well. This life we are all living in maybe just exists in our head, or maybe it exists in somebody else's head. Maybe life is fake and the one experiencing it is fake as well. Maybe we are all mushrooms, or maybe we are all the universe experiencing itself through a subjective human experience. Maybe I'm a slug thinking I'm a human for a while, and after eating mushrooms I start to feel like a human thinking it's a slug in a non-existent world that can somehow still be experienced. I'm definitely a mushroom. Imagine just seeing some guy in a suit sneaking about in the bushes like this talking to himself. You would be like that. Oft. Look at that guy sneaking about the bushes talking to himself. And then pull your phone out and film him. I go back to the Don like, "Alright there my wee fellow mushroom." And he's like, "Eh? Nothing. Where are we going again?" And he's like, "Pepe's, I'm starving." Then the Don's like,
I like to eat early, Tom. This ain't early.
and Tommy's like, "I like to hide in park bushes early as well, but you don't see me complaining." Then I realised that Tommy never said that. A mandatory bike crash takes place.
If I knew the drive was going to be this kind of rumpus, I'd have taken the keys myself.
"Tommy, you seem a bit weird. What's up?" "Nah, I'm good mate, just experiencing reality." "What?" "Nothing." Tommy's eyes light up. The Don's like, "Don't even think about it, Tommy, we're working." Tommy's like, "Sorry, I'm just going to buy some cheese strings." They're shut. We arrive at Pepe's. Pepe pulls a chair out for the Don and Tommy has to do his himself. Do you know how dangerous that is? Tommy could really hurt his wrists or fingers. Favouritism. We order food and he says, "Can I get you anything to drink?" And the Don steps in like, "Don't even think about it. We're here on business." Tommy orders baked beans and prawns with a dash of lemonade, and the Don gets his usual, a bowl of cement. It turns out Tommy's wee bae Sarah wants Tommy to stop drinking, but it was the Don that put her up to it. Cannot be having steamers working with us because steamers are sloppy and usually drunk. The Don's like, "Tommy, it's getting embarrassing now. The other day you were running about naked, pulling people's trousers down. You done it to me and I had a jobby hanging out my arse and everybody seen it. It's no that. I clenched when you done it because I got a fright and it flew out onto your face. Then you're rubbing it all over your face and everything." Tommy's like, "That's how I've been smelling shit all day." Whilst we're talking a load of shit, the young team show up and start shooting the place up.
Get down!
Wee Pepe is brutally deleted from life. Tommy's like, "I'm too high for this." And the Don's like, "What?" Tommy's like, "I'm tripping my wee bollocks off, Don." And the Don's like, "I'll speak to you later about this." So a wee shootout takes place. I shoot the chef because he looked like a walking marshmallow. I meet up with the Don and he's like,
I need a minute to catch my breath.
"Imagine being old. That's so embarrassing." The Don's wondering who set us up. Well, it turns out Carlo phoned in sick this morning because he had a sore toe. The Don reckons it must have been him because he's the only person that knew we were going to Pepe's. Tommy's like, "I hope his toe isn't too sore." We drive to Carlo's house, and when we get there, it looks as if the Don never done the toilet before leaving Pepe's. He's about to piss himself. The Don fails at battering him. And for a guy with a sore toe, he manages to run away quite quickly. Oh, wait, I've just realised. He was lying about having a sore toe. Maybe we are all sore toes living in this life, lying about being ourselves. I jog after him and it means I don't have to go to the gym today. I probably just burned 47 calories, a forkful of the meal I was eating earlier. I shoot him on the arse. The Don asks if he's still alive and proceeds to step on his head a couple of times, enough to make it look like a smashed pumpkin. Nothing major. As the Don's walking away, Tommy goes, "I think he's still alive, boss." Morello is having a laugh using some guy as a punching bag, and a wee wannabe hard man called Sergio walks in and tells Morello that Don Salieri is still alive.
Salieri's still alive.
Now Morello is raging. Sergio's like, "You're too funny when you're angry, mate." What a day, man. What a day. Tommy Angelo, the kind of guy who uses his toothbrush to clean his toenails. So I'm off to see the Don, my favourite time of day, but on the way there I get lost. So Tommy's asking for directions because I forgot where the stairs is. Look at all these wee weapons. We're so edgy. I find the stairs and some guy's like,
Keeping out of trouble, I hope.
"Shut it, wee man." At the top of the stairs I notice another guy, so Tommy decides to stare him down. Shit yourself. Tommy stands about for 10 minutes before going in because Tommy's a bit scared of the Don. What will he have me doing today? Hopefully I don't have to walk about on all fours, barking like a dog for hours like yesterday. That really hurt my knees. So the Don set up a plan to end the Morello family. A while back we killed that city councillor guy Galati's son, and he's still being really pissy about it. Fair enough, it would be kind of annoying, but I mean, get over it, man. So because he's on Morello's side, we're going to kill him, and what better way to do it than on his 50th birthday? He'll be celebrating it on a steamboat called the Lost Heaven Queen. That's a crap name. Leave a comment letting me know what you think it should be called. I think it should be called the Massacre, after what I'm going to do. Like the video if you think killing people should be legal. So the Don paid off the janitor to hide a pocket gun in the toilet of the boat. That was really nice of him. Right, so on the way out, Tommy's like, cheer up mate, it might never happen. In your case, it probably won't. I drive to the docks and it sadly reminds me, I failed my driving test the other day. I opened the door and sat in the back of the car and the guy was like, what you doing? Instant fail. So embarrassing. I arrive at the docks. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. This place is more lively than that GTA 6 beach clip. Tommy walks over to some guy who looks like he's really enjoying the moment and goes, there's no point to life mate, see you later. So I see Sam and he tells me there's an outfit in the toilet for me. Why are people always hiding things in toilets? So silly. I walk in the toilet and I am shocked to my core. There's a wee sailor man sleeping on the toilet pan. He must be really tired. Maybe it's a really tough job. Poor wee exhausted soul. I steal his outfit. I'm surprised he never woke up from his wee nap when I was taking the clothes off him. On the way out, the wee sailor man's hand hangs out of the cubicle, but Tommy just kicks it back in so he can sleep in peace without anyone disturbing him. I wonder how Sam knew he was in there. I hate it when people steal your clothes at a party when you're passed out drunk and they don't even try and hide it. They're just sitting there when you wake up, staring at you naked whilst wearing your clothes, as if to say, what you gonna do about it? Then you have to get the bus home with no clothes on. Awkward. So I get on the steamboat and it's really quite stunning. After cleaning windows for hours, I go a wee wander. I need to find out where the janitor is. Some guy thinks he knows me from somewhere.
Don't I know you from someplace?
And Tommy's like, nah mate, I doubt it. Another guy's like,
Go someplace else.
that wasn't very nice the way he said that. I find out where the janitor is eventually.
Seen the janitor any place?
Nah, but if I had to put money on it, drunk in the engine room.
I go up to the engine room to meet the janitor and he's steaming drunk. I get the key for the toilet where the gun is hidden. I'm on the way towards the toilet and the same wee man notices Tommy and says his hair looks disgusting and that it looks like the milkman cut it. Then says I look like a mole rat. Tommy says, haha, you can't even see my hair so that makes no sense. Then the guy's like, wait a minute, I know your face. You're from the Salieri family. I thought I recognised that haircut. And Tommy's like, as I've said mate, you can't even see my hair. You make no sense wee man. And proceeds to batter him. I was about to hide his body but then I realised I can't be bothered. I go to the toilet and get the gun. Nice Godfather reference. It turns out the janitor left it in the toilet pan on top of a jobby. In fact, I'm only kidding. That wouldn't be very nice if he did that. Tommy's hands would be full of shit. On the way past I decide I'll put him in that wee puddle, so he's nice and warm when he wakes up. So I'm at the top of the boat and wee Galati's about to do his speech in front of everybody, including the press. I have to shoot him when the fireworks go off, but I cannot be bothered waiting. Time for me to give him his present, a bullet to the head to visit his son early. Then I end myself. In fact, wait, that never actually happened. I kill Galati and a shootout takes place. I'm rescued by Polly and Sam in a speedboat. That went really well. That was smooth sailing. Forget I said that. What a day, man. What a day. Tommy Angelo, the kind of guy who puts mayonnaise in his milk to enjoy that nice lumpy taste without the milk being off. A lovely man, always looking to do the right thing and become a better person each day. So Tommy's on his way to plant a bomb in Sergio's car. Not to kill him or anything, just to injure him a wee bit and give him a fright. On the way there I spot a guy peacefully reading, so I decide to ruin that peacefulness for him.
Bring violence and bloodshed into the public square. We saw this in Empire Bay with the Vinci Moretti War that ended in the...
Then a policeman walks by and I'm like, alright mate.
Many lawmen and legislators in their pockets.
Because it's a nice day, I decide to just walk the rest of the way there. Right, so I need to find a way to sneak up behind this guy so I can plant a bomb in the car. I'm trying to be as stealthy as possible with this, but it's not happening. I'm the most sus looking guy on the planet right about now.
You lost?
I try going in this building, but it's not happening. I see a wanted sign. So, they're looking for a shadow. I found the shadow. Wait a minute, that's me. I'm such an idiot. I'm thinking about shooting this guy, but that's not a good idea, I don't think. I heard this street is full of snitches. I sneak through another way. I plant the bomb, and on the way back I find a Terror Tales magazine. I'm going to read this for a wee half an hour. That was a great wee read. Right, so I make my way over to the phone box to see this explosion. I see a guy on the way and ask him if he wants to see something funny, but he's not interested. Then this wee woman tells me to put my gun away.
Put that gun away!
Sorry, hen. Tommy decides to phone his wee bae, and he's like, do you want to order a gram of Funky Town mushrooms tonight and visit a different dimension? It turns out some woman is getting in the car instead of Sergio, and Tommy's like, stop! She'll feel that in the morning. Tommy's upset for some reason. You didn't even know her. Tommy phones Vinny, and Vinny tells Tommy not to worry and that Sam and Polly have found Sergio at the diners down the street. Before I head over, I check out the explosion. I assure a wee woman that if you wait for the fire to go out, you can drag her out, give her some paracetamol and put her in an ice bath to cool down, and she should be okay in the morning. She starts crying. So cute. I punch her on the face as a wee joke and run away. I arrive at the diner and see wee Sergio. He uses a waitress as a shield, which wasn't very nice, and then a wee shootout takes place. Sergio escapes, and Tommy follows shortly after on a motorbike he got from somewhere. There's no chance he'll ever escape from Tommy because Tommy used to ride a BMX when he was younger and could do bunny hops. He could also ride the bike with no hands. I can also ride a bike with no hands. When I'm at the gym, I hit a pole and Tommy breaks every bone in his body. In fact, wait, that never actually happened. So I'm on the bike, driving across the bridge, and I end up in some predicament which sends me flying over to the passenger side, making this 10 times more annoying than it already is. I crash again and Tommy breaks his tailbone. In fact, wait, that never actually happened either. Right, so what actually happened was, whilst chasing him, a truck decides to take flying lessons just like in real life. Sergio gets out the car and I chase after him. Another shootout takes place, so I make my way into the depot and kill a couple more people and shoot Sergio on the Tommy is then about to end Sergio, but he's got no bullets left, even though I definitely did have. Sergio's like, haha, you're out of luck, and Tommy's like, so you see those flaming barrels, mate? And decides to blow him up.
No!
Tommy Angelo, the kind of guy who eats his cereal with a fork. So after killing Sergio, all hell is breaking loose with the two families. The Don wants us to kill Morello out in public for a laugh, so this rivalry is finally over. Morello is going to be at the theatre with his bestest friends in the whole wide world, and we'll kill him when he leaves. Right, so I'm off to meet the lads to get the job done, but first, I explained to the lads that I've not done my morning jog yet, and they'll just have to wait for now. So there's Tommy away on a 20-minute jog around the city in his suit. Is it weird that I do this with every open world game, knowing it's not benefiting my character in any way? I should probably do this in real life. I then start attacking people so the police will chase me. It makes it more fun and also gives you no excuses to slow down. So So we arrive at the theatre and Morello and his men have just finished watching a great wee film called Mafia Boys Are Back in Town. Morello is walking out with a nervous hard-on. Paulie tries to kill him but fails and we end up killing some of his men and his wee bribed police officers.
Hello's the prize tonight.
He's got muscle waiting. God damn it! There's a bit of glass in my hair. Nothing a cheap comb can't fix. Here we go!
We chase after Morello, only to realise he's going to try escape on a plane. So there we are, chasing down this plane. Not the best start to the day. We shoot out the engines and the plane goes down. Morello's lying on the ground, absolutely barbecued. Tommy's like, goodbye. The Don is reminiscent over Morello dying, because they used to be best buds with the looks of things. With Morello gone, the Don must feel lost. There's no more competition. It's like the Coyote without the Roadrunner. Sylvester the Cat without Tweety Pie. Like Tom without Jerry. So Tommy's talking to Detective Norman and he's saying how he can't sleep at night because he's paranoid someone's going to stab him in the back. The best thing to do when you're paranoid about being stabbed in the back is just stab them in the back first. Hee hee. The detective says Tommy could go away for a long time and Tommy's like, what about if I gave you the books, mate? The books that Frank stole but ended up given to me that contains enough evidence to put the Don away for a very long time. And Norman's like, nae bother, sound mate. So election day is coming up and a guy called Mr. Hank Turnbull is running for governor, but he's wanting to put an end to organised crime. But he's a hypocrite because he has an affinity towards prostitution. So I have to kill him at the rally he's holding near Central Island whilst he's doing his speech. On the way out, two women start bad-mouthing my wife.
Ladies?
You're wasted on that wife of yours. You know that?
He'll never look our way. He's a good boy.
But they call me a nice guy, so it's all good. Nah, only joking, it's not all good. Tommy's like, don't you ever talk about my wee bae like that again.
Sorry. My fault.
I go see a man about a gun. Vinny is explaining the best place to shoot Turnbull is from the guard tower at an abandoned prison. A rifle will be placed there for me and a key to gain access. So on the way there I see Ralph and he's like,
good luck with whoever the doorstep you're gonna piss on today, Tom.
I'll piss on your face, you I get in my new orange Berkeley and now when I'm driving about people will be looking over at me going, look how cool that guy is. It's nice to feel better than others. I need to enter the prison through the sewers. And then I come across this. Tommy's like, you know what? I'll take my chances at being a taxi driver again. In fact, wait, that never actually happened. So I'm walking through the sewers. Never judge a book by its cover, because it turns out he's just lonely and he lost his pet rat.
Have you seen my rat?
I decide to knock him clean out and gain access to the prison, and it's actually quite terrifying because it's full of psychotic, nutjob, murderer, rapist, homeless people type people, and people who don't like cheese. Tommy has a phobia of homeless people, so you can imagine how scared he must be. So there's a homeless guy being sick on the urinal, and Tommy knocks him out. Then puts him against the toilet pan. That's where you're supposed to be sick, mate. What do you think this is? An abandoned prison? Like the video if you like cheese. I keep seeing these messages on the wall saying, I lost my arm in France for this. I wonder who's doing that. I spot this woman and decide to kill her. For no reason other than the fact that it makes me feel better. It now looks like this woman has no arm, but you won't see, I've lost my arm in jail for this, written on the wall. Because she's dead. There's this wee woman crying. And Tommy's like, cheer up, it might never happen. This lovely wee maniac offers me a beer, but I only drink on days ending in Y. So I take him out as well, and then his drunk pal starts trying to fight me, but he's far too steaming. So I decide to pick him up and throw him down the stairs, to show the others the terrible effects alcohol can have on you. Tommy meets this weird wee woman who's not telling me where the guard tower is. She's acting all scary and mysterious.
You bring trouble.
Where's the guard tower?
You'll find it. You always do. You're already dead, aren't you?
Tommy's like, stand up quick, there's a rat on your chair. She gets up and Tommy knocks her right out of this world. Don't ever talk to me like that again, hen. She bleeds just like the rest of us. Then I embarrass her by throwing her down the stairs. That's what you get for trying to be different. This must be her boyfriend. He's like, you've killed my partner, and Tommy's like, come here you, down the stairs you go. Don't mess with Tommy boy. I've just realised I've spent a good chunk of this video beating up lost homeless souls. That's what they get for life being unfair towards them. So I find the guard tower, get the rifle, set up at the vantage point and kill Mr. Turnbull. Nice spats. Then I try kill some more innocent people for a wee laugh. But then karma hits me harder than my cat does when I come in drunk at night, because the floor caves in. Tommy wakes up and has to escape the prison because the police are wandering about looking for him, questioning every homeless guy they come across. But the homeless aren't snitches, so I kill some police and then I steal their car. I'm about to escape but get shot through the face, with brains landing all over the windows and die a horrible death. In fact, wait, that never actually happened either. I managed to escape, arrive home safely for a well-deserved cup of tea. I don't know why, but I don't like this street, or house. It somehow screams depression and a desperate need to fit in. There's just something kind of dull about it. Tommy's bae Sarah is reading the paper and sees that Turnbull was killed. This upsets her because Turnbull fought to pass the 19th Amendment, which was the right for women to be able to vote. And Tommy's like, oops, haha, sorry hen. She's like, why are you saying sorry? He's like, no reason. Tommy Angelo, the kind of guy who eats a block of cheese with a plastic spoon. So Polly, Sam and little Tommy boy are sent to collect a shipment of cigars from the Don at the Federal Customs.
You want us to boost cigars?
But it's not actually cigars, it's actually diamonds.
Excellent.
And we're stealing them from the feds.
We're stealing diamonds from the feds?
The Don's like,
Now, I got a meeting with the mayor at his favorite gentleman's club.
bunch of horny devils. So we come up with a wee plan.
Then let's make sure we don't get caught. Right?
Yeah.
And on the way there, Paul's like, get the patsies out, which basically proves she's heavy hardcore, because anytime somebody says that in life, it shows other people around them that they're heavy mental because they take drugs. So after a few lines off his key, Paulie has this mad idea about robbing a bank, and the boys are like, that's mental mate, we don't think that's a good idea, the Don won't be too happy.
Nitwit?
Paulie's like, aye, we'll give wee Don Pops a cut afterwards obviously. So I drop Paulie and Sam off whilst I set off to steal a customs truck. On the way there, I spot a guy pissed on the floor, and Tommy's like, oi, what do you think you're doing? And the guy's like, shut it, or I'll piss on your face, you c***. And Tommy's like, no problem, I don't want any trouble, big man, and decides to go and knock out the other guy because he looks a lot smaller.
Don't just stand there. Run! You're a disgrace.
I think Tommy feels bad about it because look at that face. What even is that face? The police come after me.
Send some officers down here. Please be advised, we've got a homicide report.
But I hide in this wee bush kind of thing, and it's all good. Perfect time for a wee masturbation session. Kidding on, Tommy's not a bushwang. I run over to Polly and Sam and they're like, mate, where's the customs truck? Oh I forgot about that, lads. But first, it's important to keep fit if you're a wee Mafia boy, so Tommy decides to go get some cardio in by doing a wee bleep test. They NPCs are well impressed. So I take this customs truck to Polly and Sam. Tommy gets in the back, like the good little doggy he is, and they drive us to the impound. Once we get there, I sneak into the imports building. I knock this guy out and I have no idea where to put him, so I'm carrying him about with me. It's no that. Tommy's legs are sore from that bleep test earlier. Then his wee pal spots us, but he hits a badging and does that thing people do in real life where if they panic, they run about and glitch against the environment. So I continue into the building and put wee sleepyhead down right in front of the door, so that if anyone walks in, they'll trip over him, possibly breaking the poor soul's nose in the process. Fun times. I come across this newspaper. Oofed, mate. That's Hitler. He was such a wee rascal back in the day. I knock some guy out, and as I'm putting him down for a well-deserved shut-eye, his pal runs over with a swift uppercut to Tommy's jaw. But it's no match for Tommy's knee to the bollocks, and a good night's sleep tight, don't let the bedbugs bite punch to his mouth. If you love your pal so much, why don't you just be with him? Funny times. Then whilst looking about for crates, my shadow sticks me in, and I get shot on the wee man.
Damn!
Karma. In fact, wait, that never actually happened. So we eventually got what we came for. Tommy's like, I'm no riding in the back again, and decides to drive the truck when all of a sudden, we hear the alarm going off.
You hear that?
So we have to escape with police. This intense chase just reminded me, my 96-year-old neighbour asked me if I would walk his dog for him because he's not feeling very well, and I said no. So after haggling with him for about 30 minutes, the most he was willing to pay me was £20 for a 5-minute walk, and I still said no. I feel so embarrassed for him. Pathetic. Like the video if you like old people and stuff. So anyway, we lose the police and Tommy stops on the bridge for a wee bit of present moment awareness practice. We arrive at Salieri's warehouse and one of the crates are smashed, and that's where we find out we've been stealing drugs for the Don and not jewellery.
It's dope.
This makes the lads angry.
Where are the diamonds?
There ain't any. This is the real score.
The Don turns up like, what's happening boys? My special boys? My wee handsome guys? He's like, any trouble? And Polly's like, nah mate. Look how raging Polly is. Chill out and have a penguin biscuit mate. So Sam drives the Don home whilst Tommy and Polly decide to get the train. Tommy's like, I'm raging at the Don. He was my one and only. I looked up to him. Polly's like, we would have been jailed for life and had big red hot knobs shoved up us on the daily. And Tommy's like, that would have been fun. I mean, that would have been terrible, Polly. So now that idea Polly had about robbing a bank doesn't sound too bad after all. Polly's going on about how he doesn't like the idea of being a nobody with no money in the future, and how he's fed up working for the Don, especially now the trust is gone. Then an old man gets on the train, but he smells of shit, so we walk away from him. He looks like my old neighbour. Kidding on, that's terrible. My old neighbour actually looks like him. Kidding on again, I don't even have an old neighbour. I don't even have any neighbours. Then Tommy's like, I'll help you with that robbery mate. Tommy Angelo, the kind of guy who dips chocolate digestives in his Bovril. So me and my nice little friend Polly are about to rob a bank. Polly smacks a man on the face who resembles an alcoholic frog, and we get everyone in the if you move you're dead yoga pose. Polly's asking for the manager, and I'm over here saying what I've always dreamed of saying. Don't be a hero. But I say it to everyone individually. Don't be a hero. Don't be a hero mate. Don't be a hero. But this guy's face annoys me, so I shoot it inside out.
No kidding around, you
and shoot this guy's jobby back inside him.
kidding around, you.
Then I just think, f*** it, and decide to start shooting them all for a laugh. I've just realised something. That never actually happened. So I go and chap on the bank manager's door and ask him if he could show me the vault.
This make you feel big?
Yes. Yes, it does actually. On the way towards the vault, we have a wee chat about the best films we've seen recently. It turns out we both went to the same school. I'm like, do you remember that teacher who would take you into the toilets and let you skip class? And he's like, nah mate. And I'm like, nah me neither. One of the guards tries to shoot me, but don't worry about it because I take care of the situation like a true amateur.
Shoot him!
Fun fact, people who rob banks always get away with it. So I get the vault keys from the table and decide to shoot the manager because it's embarrassing having someone that went to the same school as you and who's now doing better than you exist in the same world. I grab the money and the alarm goes off.
The cops are here!
Lots of wee men in blue suits and funny hats show up, but we gun them down as a bit of a joke. Then we exit through the back entrance, and I phone an Uber to come collect us. Tommy's like, I think this is going really well, Polly. We're on the way to the Palermo Club, and I see this guy who looks like he's out on a wee date. So I'm about to get out and embarrass him, but it says I'll fail the mission, so I don't.
Hey, get back in the car!
By embarrass him, I was going to shoot him in the face, so I ruined the date some other way. Haha mate, better luck next time. It's weird, my gran was telling me she robbed a bank, literally a couple of weeks ago. I know she was talking about Tesco though, but I wouldn't correct her as she's took up boxing recently. I tried knock someone off the road and nearly killed me and little Paul though. I'm like, oofed, that was really lucky, Polly. What was I thinking just then? We arrive, Polly's well happy we're loaded now. Right, so we're going to go to his and split the money tomorrow. That end, goodbye.
We did it! I can't believe we did it! We're loaded! We're loaded!
Yeah. So I'm telling my wee bae that me and my little friend Polly have come into some money. This is what two happy guys look like.
I can't believe we did it! We're loaded! We're loaded!
Yeah. I said we won it on the lottery, but she's like,
yeah, you're nervous about something.
Nah, we actually robbed a bank. I just slipped, and a moment went by, and the next minute we were being chased by the police with a car full of money. It was the strangest thing. Nah, Tommy never told her. She would kick his balls and not let him back out to play with his pals. I'm about to head out, but Tommy forgets something, and would you look at this utter cheek?
You still here?
Tommy walks away, furious. I put a bloody roof over your head, you ungrateful little... Nah. Tommy hits her. With one of his wee jokes, he's like, I'm having an affair. I forgot to tell you, sorry. She starts crying as Tommy's walking away. I feel bad making a joke like that, because it is her birthday after all. He'll tell her when he comes home after work that it's just a wee joke obviously. I'm about to take the goldfish out for his daily walk, but I check to see if it's going to be a nice day. Usual, miserable, raining. The fish hasn't been shitting right for days. I'll need to take him to the vets because he also has a bit of a cough. My life is terrible. Maybe I should just start an OnlyFans. I should put pictures of my dying fish on it. Only fish. I suddenly see my neighbour walking by. Just because he works in a normal job and doesn't kill people doesn't make him better than me. Or Tommy. Look at that swagger. He thinks he rules this town. Well, he doesn't. Him and that wife of his, who Tommy is going to smash. Tommy starts reminiscing and he's looking at this photo of his family. One thing I will say, white definitely isn't Tommy's colour. I'm sure he grew into that dress though. Tommy wanted this picture above their bed, but his wife says there's not a chance in hell. Well, hell is where she belongs. This picture looks like Tommy's just been caught with Sarah's finger up his arse. Right, so Tommy's off out, and here's his neighbour's wife. Tommy has now smashed his neighbour's wife. She will be sadly missed by a handful of people, I think. Probably.
Police say they still have no solid leads in the case of the audacious bank robbery that recently shocked the city. The victors of the Battle of the Grand Imperial...
So Tommy's on his way to meet his wee pal Polly at his apartment, so we can split all this cash money we robbed. I can hear them talking about the robbery on the radio, and I'm proud. I'm having the time of my life when all of a sudden I'm embarrassed by this idiot on a bike. I arrive in style,
shoot a woman in the head for no reason, and walk into Polly's. It turns out Polly's dead. Whatever will Tommy do? He could have at least cleaned the place up before he was killed. It's honestly such a mess in here. Pure laziness. I'm looking for the money we stole, and then the phone rings. It's Sam. He's saying that Don Salieri knows about the bank job we done behind his back. So I'm off to meet Sam at the City Gallery. I want to run back in and see Polly's dead body because it's funny. But the game doesn't let me. Tommy is all of a sudden distracted by the realisation that life has no meaning and loses grip of the wheel, taking some poor guy out.
And descend into the chaos of war. What stance should the United States take?
I go to exchange details. I meet Sam at the gallery, so it turns out Sam killed Polly. What a little snotty knob face.
Don't let him suffer, boys. He's my buddy.
Oh, well, that's nice of him, to be quite honest. So Tommy's a wee bit raging and decides to chase after Sam. But still has time to appreciate the museum. Sam's like, I'm in bloody agony here, mate. Tommy's like, suck on a fat one, you stinky boy. And it turns out the Don also found out about the people Tommy has helped in the past, like old Frank and some woman, who I can't remember much about, to be honest.
That whore.
Anyway, he killed them, blah blah, etc. Tommy and Sam share a wee moment together and Sam's like,
You can't do it, can you?
and Tommy's like, nah, I can do it, mate, but I was thinking if I should make homemade mac and cheese tonight, or whether I should buy one of the wee cheesy pasta boxes and just add cheese to it. He's like, what? Tommy snitches to protect himself and his family, does about 8 years in jail and then gets married to his wee bae. Tommy and Sarah look like corpses, warmed up. Tommy was making money for a while by reacting to gangster movies and arguing with other ex-Mafia members on YouTube, but then...
Mr. Angelo. Yes. Mr. Salieri sends his regards.
I'm really going to miss Tommy. He was some guy, and he had some good times. Cheers for watching, have a good one, take care man.